Words of Howard Wilkinson as the second half gets underway with Leeds straight on the attack again with Scott Sellers. The shot rather wild at the end of it, but he did really well to set up the opening. Well, Ron, the question I'm sure everyone at home and certainly here in the ground is wondering is, can Leeds turn this round? Can they get those goals?
I think they can. I think they can. It's a question whether they can hold the other end clear, but I certainly think they can score the goals. They have played at a high pace, and the people that's going to have the most effect on should be the midfield players. But when you look down, you know, they've got Hodge, who's a very, very good player to come on, capable of scoring goals, and also Rocastle, who did fairly well in the first half of the previous game. So they've got quality on the bench to reinforce the likes of maybe Strachan or Sellers if they run out of steam.
Can we just underline it that if, providing Stuttgart don't score again, of course, Leeds need another 3 goals. They need a total of 5 goals here to win this tie on aggregate.
I mean, I'm a bit like Howard Wilkinson there, having seen them. I don't think this team is a very, very good defensive side at all. All right, you talk about disciplines and all that, but this is where I think they are good. These sort of people. Kugel, who they've kept quiet on the left wing, and this little fella, Fritz Volker.
Good run that by Volter, earning the throw-in for Stuttgart, who won their German championship last season on goal difference on the final day of the season, just as they did the previous time they won the title in 1984. Amazing coincidence, that. Dubicic knocking it in. White gets it clear. Garrigo just beaten to it. And Buch, the Stuttgart goal scorer, tried to hold on to the ball, and I think the referee might caution him for that. Quite right. He was definitely trying to waste time.
The other thing, of course, be interesting to see what tactics Stuttgart employ. Certainly the obvious thing would be to sit on your 3-goal lead with 45 minutes. I mean, they've got half the time to score the goals leads that they had to start the game with. But Stuttgart, when they turned the gears up second half out in Germany, looked a very, very impressive side. I just wonder whether the coach might decide to say, hang on, let's try and get another goal.
Here's Leeds looking for another goal, and again, anxiety at the back as Strunz got the ball clear. Leeds United get the throw, and they've taken it quickly to Sellers. Good challenge by Strunz, former Bayern Munich player. Concedes the throw. Leeds keep the impetus going. It'll be a long throw by Gary Speed. Chapman on the near post. It's gone in fact, towards White. Kogel gets it clear. Batty. Garrigo had to hit that first time. And Gaudino finally got it away.
So I think I would imagine he'd probably give Scott Sellers another 15 minutes. Hasn't played a lot of football this season. And maybe if the game hasn't changed by then, bring Gary Speed out onto his normal left-hand side position and bring Hodgie, who's well capable of scoring, into that little inside left position.
Yes, they certainly have some very interesting possibilities still on the bench here, Leeds. But the 11 who started the match have done exceptionally well for them so far. Good clearance that. Volter, the ever-present danger inside the Leeds half. Ooh, it was close that between Batty and Fairclough, but they got away with it. Lukic, I'm sure, didn't mean to find Garrigo with that kick. White under pressure and just turned away from Gaudino in the nick of time. Sellers. Garrigo kept it in, did he? Yes. Cantona beaten to it. Gaudino looking for Buch. Couldn't find him. Leeds throw. Gary Speed. Oh, good control by Lee Chapman. And a great ball. Batty. First time intended for Cantona, I think. But Lee Chapman's part in that move, absolutely brilliant.
But we're getting back to that thing again about quality. I mean, all right, he's an international player, is David Batty, and it was an ugly one. It was on the run, but he should still have had enough ability to have kept that one in a danger area.
He applauds Chapman's contribution and is obviously disappointed with his own. Verison getting it into the Leeds half. Gaudino, and it breaks for Volta. Book running with Dorigo down this flank, and that's a goal kick. Well, the linesman gave a goal kick, and the referee has overruled him.
Alan, that's the best dummy of the night. The linesman actually gave a goal kick and very quickly changed it to a corner.
Came off the Stuttgart player, no question. This corner should not have been given. It's a dangerous one too, and Verison met it well. And Dubacik's in there. Sellers gets it away. Back in from Strunz. Lovely control by Kergel. And now the linesman's flagged for offside. Referee said play on, speed. The linesman's trying to make up for his error there. Strachan now. Cracking ball. Not quite deep enough, but it comes to Batty. And it deflects towards speed, and he almost got a touch onto it. Goal kick, he thinks it should have been a corner. Well, this is one of the best European ties I've seen for a long time.
Oh, it's a magnificent game. He was a touch unlucky there, Speed. He was right, it should have been a corner.
It was. Once again, the referee made the wrong decision on a corner kick, and neither of the decisions went Leeds' way. Sellers hoops it forward for Chapman. And he kept it in, did he? Well, I don't know how the linesman managed to see that crossing the line from half a pitch away, and Chapman's furious with the linesman, and I can understand why. I thought he kept that in.
Well, it was hard to see from here in offence. What Lee Chapman should learn is the lesson from last night, if you like. That's keep your mouth shut, it's out. When it was in the air, it was out. But I mean, we saw what happened at Manchester when somebody showed dissent. That's the last thing Leeds can do.
Cantona with a little header.
Oh, what a pity he couldn't have just dropped that off square. Lee Chapman was steaming in unmarked. But he has been a thorn, hasn't he, tonight, Cantona? Every time he's gone in, something looks likely to happen.
Good clearance by White. Chapman with a lovely little ball for McAllister. Strunz with the clearance. Front second immediately under pressure from Gordon Strachan. And then Batty. Leeds have absolutely got the bit between their teeth tonight. They are contesting every single challenge. If only they hadn't had that mad few minutes in the first leg in Stuttgart. If only. White finding Dorigo. It was a tricky ball back, and White didn't quite know what to do then. Lukic concedes the throw, and they really were the architects of their own misery then, Leeds.
Don't think I've ever seen Chrissy White so nervous. He's a very, very steady sort of a lad. Normally one that looks unflappable, but tonight he has looked as if the nerves are going a little bit.
He was in there to win that, though. Speed with the clearance. Sellers racing forward, and the Book hits it back. Keeper couldn't handle that one. Good header again by White. Now McAllister, that's short, and Dorigo beaten to it, but White covering well again. Kept it in play, brilliant. Sellers. Now it's out of play. Stuttgart's throw in. Sellers disappointed with himself then. Leeds United in their heyday in the 60s and 70s appeared in 5 European finals. They'll be grateful just for a place in the next round this year. And as the clock ticks on here, their problems get deeper and deeper, and Dubacik trying to make them even worse. And he finds Volta, and Volta with a good chip to the far post, looking for Gaudino. And Kergel gets it in again to the number 10. That's a corner.
Yes, they have got that ability to break and counter-attack, because they've got good wide players when they're coming forward. I shouldn't think Howard was too happy with Speed's attempted a tackle on the sweep of Dubacik there, though.
Oh, it missed everybody out, and Football's shot was wild, fortunately for Leeds United. It was his goal 4 minutes from the end of the last game last season that won the title and enabled Stuttgart to take their place in the Champions Cup. Minutes gone in the second half here. Leeds United are beating Stuttgart tonight 2-1. They're 4-2 down on aggregate.
Yeah, what is a little bit disappointing from Leeds' point of view is the Germans, to a certain extent, have denied them much of the attacking play they would have wanted to have done. They haven't let them build up that head of steam they had early doors.
But here goes Cantona on a typical weaving run. Gary McAllister. And now Dorigo. In high, Cantona's header!
I'll tell you what, he has been magnificent tonight, hasn't he, Cantona? I don't think I've seen him play some useful games this season, but I've never seen him look as effective and as fiery as he is tonight. Everything that's thrown in there, he's gone for. He's terribly unlucky with that.
Of course, he blamed himself for the mistake which led to the first Stuttgart goal in the away leg, and he's very determined to make up for that tonight, and has done so in a manner. Stuttgart get the throw in. The tie still very much alive, though, from Leeds United's point of view, but they need a goal quickly now. Offside. Ludwig Körgel, clearly offside. Another good header by Cantona. Finds Chapman. Footballed across to cover. Leeds throw. And the Ellen Road roar waves around the stadium again. They've been magnificent tonight, the Leeds fans. Dorigo looking for McAllister out on that touchline. That's a great header in. If Chapman can get there, he did well enough. And Football under pressure. Patty wins it back again.
I mean, when you look at the likes of Guido Buchwald, who's played in every major tournament and a World Cup winner, I bet he's never in his life felt as much under pressure as he does tonight. And he's got to be their responsible player.
Yes, over 50 caps for Germany, including the 1990 World Cup final, as you say. Leeds get the decision again. It's their throw. Cantona. Batty wins it back. Strachan. Cantona's given it away this time, but so has Godino to Gary Speed. Cantona the target again, and he wins yet another header. And he's claiming that went off the Stuttgart defender, but the referee has said goal kick.
Looking at him now, talk about him being a Frenchman. He looks a typical old-fashioned English centre-forward, doesn't he? He was actually calling for this ball to Speed. Stick it up in there, let me go for it. This is a little interesting thing. I wonder why the Leeds back four don't push up a little bit higher. Because he's only kicking the balls just over the halfway line, and the Leeds back four is a further 15 yards back there.
Sverrisson brought down then by Speed.
Point I'm making, Al, is instead of the likes of Dorigo or Sellers trying to claim that ball, the big central defenders could be coming through on that.
A youthful-looking Danish referee has given the free kick to Stuttgart. It's a strange free kick, that. Sverrisson did well, actually, because I'm not sure he was expecting the ball. Frontsek. Patty trying to win it back. Off the little man, Körgel. Stuttgart keep possession with Frontsek and Körgel again. It's the German team's throw. Off Patty. Aldino. That was handball, wasn't it? Certainly looked like it. The referee has said play on.
I do not believe that decision at all.
Handle the ball, didn't he, the German player?
Oh, nothing sure, he caught it.
They still had laces. He would have taken it out. Offside, isn't it? No! Volta has been allowed to go on and lifts the ball goalwards, and White just about gets it clear, and Dorigo turns away from danger, and Leeds were living on a slender thread then, all right. I can't remember a game where there have been so many opportunities for both sides. It's been a magnificent European night, this. Here's Scott Sellers, now Chapman, now Cantona. Strachan joins in. Flicked away, it'll be a corner if it goes, and it's gone. Corner to Leeds. But Leeds close to conceding one at the other end. Helter-skelter football this. The pace unrelenting. The entertainment 5-star. Picked on by White. McAllister, well, he almost cleared the roof of the stand with that shot. What a pity.
Would have been interesting to see just where he could have squeezed that one in, wouldn't it?
Well, the hour mark has been and gone.
I think Chrissy White could move across here, and I'm pretty sure he'll try and load this on top of Dorigo. He's done every other one. If Chrissy White takes a position for the 20 yards this side, he'll win this ball. See, the Germans are deliberately keeping the high ball away from the Leeds central defenders. They're trying to load it onto the smaller players in the team.
Foul there by Buchwald, bringing down Gary Speed. Dorigo at an early free kick into Chapman. Buchwald's there again. But Leeds have it back with Speed. Free kick. He was obstructed by Dubicic. White, Fairclough, Chapman, Speed, Cantona, they're all poised for this free kick. Sellers will deliver it. And not a bad one either. Oh! Not sure who won the header in the end. Was it Eric? It was Cantona. Just wide.
Yes, he may have got a sighting on this a little bit late, but that's a good chance. He's caught it fairly solid. And he's probably only just missed, but at this level and at this stage of this tournament, that's a very, very good chance.
Oh, good header by Speed and a mistake. Cantona onto it here. Calm defending though by Schaffer.
A little bit unfortunate Leeds as well, you know, that they haven't got Wallace. If there's something they're lacking up front, it's a little bit of instant pace. Somebody that can burn a defender off with his pace.
Yeah, Rod Wallace injured, so is Mel Sterling. Otherwise, they've got a pretty full squad from which to pick tonight. Offside. Volta. Stuttgart are warming up all their substitutes, incidentally, on this touchline, where the linesman flagged then, and Leeds have got theirs ready for action as well. Speed providing the action on the pitch. Cantona's header hit the defender. Relentless pressure, though, still from Leeds. Strachan. On it goes to Cantona. Sets it up for McAllister. Strachan did well. Chapman far post and hits the post. Difficult angle for him.
Probably the first clear header, or first chance of a header he's had tonight. This was unlucky here. Just didn't fall right for Gary McAllister. But that's brilliant football from the little man. Great ball in, stands it above everybody. And I think that's a sitter. A sitter for a fellow like Lee Chapman. I mean, that is his forte, coming in round the back of everybody. And I would think that he'll look at that tonight and think, I should have really put us back in the race.
Yeah, into the side netting. Cantona keeps the pressure going, but has given it away. But Batty in there to win it back again. Brilliant stuff from Batty. And he wins the free kick. I think Leeds would rather, the referee had said play on then. They were in a strong position.
It's amazing. The game was going very quiet, and then they had the free kick that Sellers loaded into the box, and Cantona went narrowly wide on. Now all of a sudden you can feel it throbbing again. The game's coming back to life again.
Now, can we have a bit of magic here from this Leeds free kick? Can we have another goal to bring this match? Well, it's hardly needs bringing back to life. Set up for Dorigo. It's never been anything other than Fabulous entertainment, this. Batty. Clough will have to stretch and couldn't reach it. And the clock sadly ticks on for Leeds. Time running out for them. They lead 2-1 on the night. They trail 4-2 over the 2 legs. Whatever happens here tonight, Leeds have put up a magnificent performance, though. Strachan. In it goes to Cantona, and a good ball too, and Cantona! Yes! Alan Rhodes' favourite Frenchman has given them hope again.
Well, nobody deserved that more than Cantona. He's made a cross run, he's forced his way into the box. He's a big lad and he's kept his cool. At the time I thought he was going over the top, to be fair, but he's tucked that away. Nobody deserves a goal more than him. Good flight into the box. Good flight into the box. Watch him, his persistence and strength here. I don't think people realise, you know, is that an own goal? I'm not quite sure that didn't come off a German boot there.
Might have done, but who cares? It's a goal in the Stuttgart net. And it's 3-1 now on the night to Leeds United. It's 3-4 against them on aggregate. They still need 2 goals, remember, to win this tie. And on my watch, we've had about 22 minutes play in the second half. White drives it forward. There's Cantona again. Good ball. McAllister going in with his boot dangerously high. He didn't mean that. That was a complete accident. He was just so determined to win it. Frontek's very angry with him, but that was not malicious play at all by McAllister.
In all fairness to you, though, Alan, on the continent, they hate that. You know, they hate you picking your boot up at all. Very seldom is it seen. And Gary McAllister, as you say, in his keenness and enthusiasm, but he was very, very high.
Sverrisson, the Icelandic boy, is the player who got the brunt of that. And the coaches and Peter Hernest, the general manager, out on the touchline complaining about the challenge. And here it was. To me, that was a complete accident.
I bet Sverrisson doesn't think that. Yeah, you're right, it was. What I'm saying is, they don't like people lifting the boots up at all on the continent. There are other habits they've got which we wouldn't, which we're not au fait with. You know, the blocking off, the obstruction, tackling from the back, the cynical stuff. But that's something there, so they go wild about.
We can have another look at the goal now to decide who it finally went in off.
Yeah, I must admit, I thought I saw a German boot here. Just get the nudge on him. It looks very much like Schaefer just got the nudge there, you know.
Strange one, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, as I say, who cares?
I wish you'd do 2 more. I wish you'd get a hat-trick. We can do that.
Well, I'm sure Eric will want the goal credited to him, and if it is, it's his 7th of the season. Here's Buck. Ball given away by the number 5, Strunz, Chapman. Strunz won it back, but it's a throw. Good early ball in. Oh, good control by Cantona again. And speed in determinedly. And determination is really the perfect way to sum up how Leeds have played here tonight. And I think the Stuttgart player there is putting it on a little bit. The referee's not impressed. Play on, he says. Good cross too. Oh, White getting in on the far post. It's all happening here at the moment. Strachan. That'll be a goal kick. The referee's only just spotted the injured player. And
it's a centre-forward Fitzbolter, isn't it? I bet what we are now seeing, and I don't think it's been quite as apparent this year with the Leeds team, is this is an old-fashioned now Leeds cavalry charge, where the crowd are up, they're chasing, you feel that you score every time they go to a wide position, and something of quality comes from the flanks.
Here's Sellers. Throw in. Incidentally, Britain's other European Cup representatives, Rangers, 3 up against Lumbu now, the Danish side, and so it looks as though they're through. The noise here, unabating And so too is the Leeds United's pressure. A memorable night, whatever the final outcome. And sadly, that'll be a goal kick. Well, Ron, you've believed all along that Leeds could do this. Still believe they can?
Yes, I think it's obviously going to take some sort of superhuman effort now. But what I base that on is the fact I don't think Stuttgart are as good. I heard Howard say at half-time, and that was very much my feelings. I didn't know in Germany just how good a side they were. But tonight, having watched them the first 20 minutes or so, they're not a very, very good defensive side at all for me.
Cantona on the chase again. Kergel got back. Oh, that was marvellous pressure again from Leeds United, and got it smack in a painful part there.
Come on, little man. Come on, it's only pain. Don't worry, it's only pain. That's what all those bananas he eats are for, so he can overcome that.
He has been magnificent, inspirational tonight, Strachan.
Well, he should be able to run about like that. He's only, what, 36, isn't he? Something like that?
Yeah, strip of a lad. In the UEFA Cup, I can tell you that Glasgow Celtic, hold on a second, as Batty defends here. Glasgow Celtic are beating Cologne, another German team, 3-0 on the night, 3-2 on aggregate.
Just makes you wonder if that's some sort of an omen. Because they wouldn't have fancied
Sorry, Ron.
They wouldn't have fancied their chances of pulling that back, would they?
I hear that Hearts are 4-2 up on the night against Slavia Prague and 4-3 on aggregate. Who said British football's dead? White. 18 minutes to go. Leeds 3-1 up, needing 2 goals to go through. Good header away by White. Scott Sellers onto it. Now McAllister. Sellers again. Good ball. Cantona. Strachan is struggling a little bit. I would have expected him to get forward then. I think that blow in the stomach before has winded him badly. Now Batty has gone into a forward position, although that could be tactical perhaps, Ron.
Yeah, I think you'll find the little Strack's probably just filling in holes for him at the moment. But I think you'll find as the game goes into... I was talking to Howard before the match about how we would play it. He said, well, we have to play most of it from the guts point of view. He said, but if it comes to the end, then we'll throw everything at them in the last 10 minutes and just get the trumpets out and blaze away. And I think you'll find if that happens, they'll probably play with about 2 men at the back.
Strachan's still in a bit of pain there, but they'll have to drag him off this pitch. McAllister, brilliant. Cantona, excellent. Oh, just came to him too high.
Isn't it amazing? I'm looking around at a few of their team now, the Stuttgart side, and there's 1 or 2 have lost a little bit of heart for the fight. They're dying to get the final whistle.
I can confirm those scores I gave you earlier are now all final scores, so it's a good night for the Scots. Celtic, Hearts and Rangers all go through in their various European competitions. Will Leeds United or VfB Stuttgart go through in the Champions Cup? 3-1 to Leeds tonight. They're 4-3 behind on aggregate. And I have got about 16 minutes on my watch remaining, I think it is.
He's got an agonising decision, Howard, now. Whether or not to bring Hodge on, who he knows can score goals, or whether he feels he'll fit into the tempo of the game. I mean, his left-sided players are playing well, Sellers and Speed, but I just wonder whether they might have more of a nose for goals or even pull a defender off at the end in the last 15 minutes to put Hodge on.
Another player, the other number 7, Buck, gets another painful blow in the midriff.
He wants to come off, definitely. Earlier he was complaining about. I think he's one of them that's lost the heart for the fight.
Yes, I think there might be a few candidates if they hold up the white flag here. Buck. Frantzek. Little Kergel's head battling, but brushed aside. Now McAllister. Good ball for Chapman. Chapman brought down, was he? No. But they have a throw, Leeds. This place will go potty if Leeds get another goal now. Batty. Comes out to McAllister, now Speed. Sellers with the shot! Oh, that was a terrific effort. Ron.
Yes, I mean, it's not easy when the whole lot are charging out at you. He stayed down the line of the ball. Bit of luck, he could have just done with that, maybe dipping into the ground a bit and give the keeper a few problems.
Frontsek slices his clearance out of play. And I don't know what the final score is going to be in this game, but one thing I do know, when the final whistle goes, these Stuttgart players will be mightily relieved to hear it. They have been in an absolute cauldron here tonight.
I also get the impression now that Leeds are definitely throwing caution to the wind. I mean, we've seen Batty going up the field. I think we'll see Dorigo joining him in as well now. I think they'll say, all right, let's gamble, let's try and get it. We've got to get it to 4-1.
They've got a corner.
Which, of course, does always leave themselves wide open if the Germans make a productive counter-attack. But, I mean, who worries at the moment? They've got to try and force something now. Whatever happens, they've had a magnificent night, Alan.
Absolutely. If the crowd could will a goal now. Oh, they almost got one. Did it cross the line? No, it didn't.
He's also given a decision, given a foul in there.
Yes. They almost got one, though.
I mean, the ironic thing was, you know, and I suppose much will be made of it if Leeds don't go through, was in the very last minute. I think whether he's give this for feet or something. No,
I can't honestly think why he blew there.
I can't think. There's no suggestion of offside.
Came off Dubicic, didn't it? The sweeper hit the underside of the bar. Anyway, play's gone on. Volta. Might have been a free kick given against Chapman. Immaterial now as Stuttgart attack again. Good tackle. Brilliant play again. Cantona on the run. McAllister there to pick it up. Speed battling away. Now Sellers. Speed there again. Brilliant. Dorigo looking for Chapman. This looks dangerous. It just fell the wrong side of him.
See what they're doing as well now, the Leeds strikers. They're taking the German markers well back. Whereas at one time they were allowing them just to push up a little bit and squeeze them up. Now they're taking them right back. Which means the Leeds midfield or back players can just hit the ball any distance really and still pick up on their own players.
Volta chasing in his lone roll up front now for Stuttgart.
Yes, it really only needs the two central defenders now, Chris White and Chris Fairclough, to stand on station and let the rest drive forward, sorry.
Here's Chapman. Cantona. Batty. Strachan. Great play by Strachan. The ball a bit too deep, what a shame. Dorigo wins it back. Sellers is brought down. They've had 11 absolute heroes out there tonight for Leeds United. Every one of them, every man jack, has tackled and run and fought and shown great heart and determination. It's been an inspiring performance by the English champions. McAllister. Strachan. Corner.
I'm just thinking there, if the little man could get some good ball possession in the box, you know, he'd attack and try and get them to commit themselves for penalties. I thought that was a situation there where he might just have caught somebody's leg as he was going past.
It's a corner and then it goes towards White, the post, it's a goal! Chapman! Amazing! Leeds United are one goal away from achieving mission impossible.
Well, that's a delightful little ball in. Chappie's got well in front of football on that one. And who knows now, they look like a pack of cards at the back. And there he is again, wrestling him again. It's a penalty if it's not a goal. That must be the fourth time he's done that football.
What a great finish by Lee Chapman, his 7th goal of the season. And there's that scoreline, 4-1, 4-4 on aggregate. But remember, Stuttgart have an away goal. And they're about to make a substitution now. And Volta, the striker's gone off as Chapman calls for more noise. Goodness me, could hardly get any more noise from this crowd. Adrian Nup, the little Swiss striker, has come on. And Leeds are 1 goal away from a miracle. 10 minutes to go. They lead 4-1. It's 4-all on aggregate. That 1 goal that the Germans scored here in the first half at the moment is the stumbling block. And you've got to believe Leeds can do it. They believe it, and that's the important thing. I really, really hope they get it. They have done magnificently tonight. They deserve to win this game and this tie. And all those cynics who write off English football, I hope they can watch this performance. It breaks to De Rigo. Sellers. In it goes again. Still in play. Cantona. Brilliant Cantona. Gary Speed. Goal kick.
To be fair now, every time a ball goes into the German box, you think there's a goal at the end of it, don't you? They're pushing, they're shoving, the knees are buckling. They've just got to keep this relentless pressure up. I can't see any way they're not going to get back to 5 now. I can't see any way Leeds aren't going to see this one through.
Well, in the late 70s, English clubs dominated the European Cup. Late 70s, early 80s. 6 wins in a row by English sides. The way Leeds have played here tonight, if they can get through this tie, they could restore English pride in the Champions Cup again. You've really got to believe that. They've performed so well. Chapman chasing again with Buchwald, who wins it this time. 1 goal. 1 goal is all Leeds United need, as long as they keep their own goal intact, and Lukic did brilliantly then. McAllister. 8 minutes to go. Leeds need a goal. Strachan. Chapman's header. Speed. Cantona. Chapman. De Rigo. Sellers. Oh, what a shame it went out of play. And now they're going to make another substitution, the German side. Simonic is coming on for them, the number 15, and Gaudino has gone off.
Of course, if they could see the thing off now, you know, they're going to be a better side in Europe if they could just get through this round, because they're going to be a lot more experienced, and you couldn't see them being as naive as they were out in Germany in the first leg.
It's an exhilarating performance, this, by Leeds. It really is. No superlatives are too much, but they're under pressure now. Book, the man whose goal agonisingly still stands in the way for Leeds. Running hard now, but not hard enough. It's just stayed in play. 7 minutes to go. Leeds still needing a goal to win the tie, even though they lead 4-1 on the night. It's 4-4 on aggregate. And if it stays that way, Stuttgart would go through because of the away goals rule. What a sickener that would be. Strachan. Wasn't the best kick, actually, by Lukic, but it's come back to Leeds. Sellers. De Rigo. In high for Cantona. Front six clearance. De Rigo did brilliantly. Sellers. Oh, Speed again, in first. Now McAllister. That's a good-looking ball in. Speed. Batty. Oh, Buchwald got it away. Strachan. Back into the box it goes. That's the place for it. McAllister. Sellers. Was that handball? No. 20,000 people thought it was. Oh, good work by White. Oh, good ball as well. Batty. And Nook gets it clear, but it's a throw into Leeds. 5 minutes to go. Can they do it? Can they get the goal? Crowd screaming for everything now every time the ball goes into the penalty box. 5 minutes away from one of the great European performances of all time if they can get another goal here, Leeds. We have to go all the way back to 19 years ago when Wolves got back from a similar scoreline against Lokomotiv Leipzig to mark the last time this kind of feat was achieved, or almost achieved in Leeds' case. Substitute again under pressure there. Simonik has conceded the throw. 4.5 minutes on my watch. A little bit of time to be added. So 5 or 6 minutes maybe of playing time here. As Batty swings it in, good-looking ball towards Chapman. Back out it comes McAllister's shot. Anywhere will do now. It's like the Alamo back there now for Stuttgart. They need the cavalry to come over the hill, but it's Leeds keeping the pressure going, and Fairclough battling away, and it's gone over the line. That's a goal kick.
Yes, he'll be spending more time now in the last few minutes in their penalty area than he will his own, Chris Fairclough. That'll be it now. The trumpets are going even louder now.
3 minutes remaining. Leeds need one more goal to go through. If they don't get it, the away goal rule will come into play, and Stuttgart will progress to the next round. Come on, Leeds. That's the cry all around the stadium. They conceded a free kick. And young Sperrison, who got the ball, or rather a boot in his face earlier on, I think he's still suffering from that. He looks shell-shocked. They all do.
They've also kept 7 men behind the ball for this free kick, the German team.
Wasn't a bad shot, and Lukic down to save it. Oh, no! Oh! I thought then they were going to snatch one right at the death that would have killed the tie.
Yeah, well, 2 magnificent saves. The first one he probably would have liked to have got hold of, but the second one, that's absolute. He will have spent hours in the week practicing it, up and down, driving forward, parries and rebounds in his goalkeeping work, and it's paid dividends there.
Nook almost made sure for Stuttgart then. Lukic, who's been brilliant tonight, kept it out. Leeds still in with a hope, and another great save.
Oh. Just shows how much a better side they are when they attack Stuttgart, aren't they?
Yes, it was Sperrison close to a goal that time, but he didn't get it, and with 1.5 minutes to go, Leeds are still looking for their 5th goal, still looking for what would be the winner. Still, they've done English football proud tonight, whatever happens.
Oh, they've had a magnificent night. Everything that Howard Wilkinson's worked for over the last 3 years or so are being shown tonight, being borne out tonight. The only thing he needs now to complete his evening is the result. Because his team have been magnificent tonight. They've ran, they've pushed it about, they've been positive, and they've never ever once thought that they couldn't win the game.
Absolutely, the belief has been there to see for all. Here's Strachan.
I mean, they could have really died, couldn't they, Alan, with when the equaliser came, but they've stuck at it.
They've got the throw. We're into the last minute. They still need a goal. They've got to throw in again. Gary Speed will launch this one as far as he can reach. And the back header by Chapman, and Cantona got the header in, and it didn't carry any weight. What a shame. And Immel was so grateful. And we have now reached 90 minutes. We're into stoppage time. Lukic has just got to hammer this one as far forward as he can. And Leeds have got to pray. Batty in. Speed's in there. Now McAllister, great ball. Sellers. McAllister. White. Got to get it forward. McAllister. Looking for Cantona in the box. And on it goes towards Chapman. Oh, if only Leeds had had an extra man, maybe Sellers will arrive. No. Keep going, Leeds. One more assault. Might do it. Anywhere will do for the German side. Good ball from Lukic, and on it goes to Cantona. Oh, they just had the extra defender again. Referee's looking at his watch. We've had a minute and 15 seconds of stoppage time. Sellers. McAllister. Great ball. But that's the end. What a tragedy for Leeds United. And you feel like crying, but at the same time you feel like applauding. One of the magnificent efforts of recent years in European football. Gordon Strachan and the Leeds team almost came back, almost achieved mission impossible. Stuttgart are out on their feet here. And in my opinion, justice has not really been done.